Listen, kid, has it ever occurred to you that rules are there for a reason? Has it ever occurred to you that, okay, if you want to complain about gym, then do your research and find out why gym is part of the curriculum. Do you know why gym is part of the curriculum? I'm willing to bet you don't because you didn't do the research on it, right? Okay. That being said, okay, fine. You're in the highest math for your grade. That's an achievement, okay? And just because you don't like doing it doesn't mean you can't do it. You know what? When you get out of school, there's going to be a shitload of things that you don't like doing that you're going to have to do, like pay bills. Or you're going to say, oh, I'm not going to pay my bills. You suck. I don't want to pay my bills, so I'm not going to. It's not going to work, kid. Cell phones in school, there's a very valid reason for that. Because it eliminates the possibility of cheating on tests. One. Two, it's a distraction. You should be at school learning stuff in school, not sitting there and bitching about how you don't want to learn stuff. Learn stuff. Homework is necessary. It reinforces what you learned in school. Because if you don't have homework, then when you go home, you can just let everything that you took in school that day go in one ear and out the other, and then you wind up being a carbon-based waste. Okay? It's kids like you that I feel have been let down by the system, and I will grant you that, being let down by the system. But there are channels that you can pursue. You can go to your guidance counselor, and you can explain your problems with the teachers to them. You can transfer schools. There are private and charter schools. For private schools, you can get vouchers. There are public charter schools that you don't even have to pay for that will cater to your specific needs. Now, if you're bored with the curriculum, that may be an indication that you are a grade lower than you ought to be, and I will grant you that if that's the case. But what you need to do is pursue the proper channels to get where you need to be, to get an education that will round you out as a viable member of society. What you can't do is say, oh, I'm going to be rebellious and not follow the rules because I don't want to. What that's going to inevitably wind up doing is taking your straight A's and turning them into straight F's. Because once you give up on yourself, there is no hope for you. You understand? It's imperative that you realize that you need to do what it is you're required to do in school to get to the next level. Once you get in high school, it only gets worse, man. But here's the benefit of high school. When you get into high school, you can choose your classes. The guidance counselors will work with you to find out what it is you need to be in to gainfully educate you as opposed to boring the hell out of you. My suggestion is go through the proper channels, talk to your guidance counselors about your problems with the teachers, and ultimately stop whining and start doing. Okay? That is what is important. Stop whining and start doing. You don't like doing homework. Boo-hoo. Everybody's had to do homework. I had to do homework when I was in school. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I was bored to tears with it. But you know what? It was easy for me. So I went, banged out my homework in 10 minutes. I had the rest of the day to myself. Apply yourself. Because if you are intelligent enough that your curriculum is boring you because you already know it, then what you need to do is be in a higher class that challenges you to enable you to become a better human being. If you are whining and bitching because you simply don't want to do it, then you're lazy. And judging by the breath sounds, you're overweight. You need gym because it gives you what you don't have when you get into higher areas of school like high school. When you get into high school, buddy, there's no recess. You need gym in order to get the exercise that you're obviously not getting at home. Because unless you're doing Kegels while you're doing video games, you're not getting the exercise at home. Apply yourself. Stop whining and apply yourself. You don't see a reason for this higher math? You will. I guarantee you, you will. Alright? So, quit bitching. Buckle down. Do what you need to do. Okay? It's great that you're good in school. It sucks that you hate it. But there are things you can do to change your experience. But one thing you can't do is give up on yourself and say, oh, the hell with this. I hate school and I hate these teachers and blah, 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 blah. Stop whining and start doing.